Hey everyone, welcome back to Daily Downshift. My name is Orest, and this is another episode of Corvette news that you may have missed. This one is jam-packed with a lot of good information, so you definitely will not want to miss it. Just an FYI, I am starting with the real heavy stuff, so let's do it. Beginning with this story, which is sure to hit some nerves. GM has issued a service bulletin for C8 Corvettes with faulty wheel castings. To put it simply, some wheels may have small holes in them and they do not meet internal GM requirements. I cannot confirm whether they affect structural rigidity, but it's definitely safer just to have it checked out at your dealer. The exact subject line for this bulletin is wheel casting with exposed porosity. It seems to predominantly affect rims on the inner spokes, but there are chances that it could also be on the outside. You may also have to clean your wheels very well and lift up the car to get a really good look. Altogether, it seems that about 10% of 13,000 vehicles may be affected. Mostly 2020 models, but there seems to be some 2021 models included in that as well. So this is understandably a bit of an annoyance, as there have been large issues with the C7 Grand Sport and the Z06 wheels, and even a class action lawsuit. However, I'm not going to comment on that, but I will say maybe this should just be a hint to purchase a set of beautiful aftermarket wheels and just avoid the whole issue in the first place. Our second story is very interesting because it's informative and it could help current Corvette owners and those of you who have C8s on order. And you may be asking, how will this help you? Well, this is how. So, if you don't want your wheels stolen, GM is now offering ultra-high security wheel locks. These cost $10 more than the regular set, so they're $105 per set versus $95. And looking at the comparison image, the ultra-high security one on the right seems to be a very different design altogether, and they're noticeably girthier. That's what she said. All jokes aside, I've actually done some thorough research on security wheel locks because we've had numerous aftermarket rims on our cars, so I know quite a bit about this topic and how they can still get stolen. Quite simply, any security wheel lock can be removed. The whole point is really to delay the would-be thieves enough so that they'd get caught in the interim. But I like this specific design because the secret component is that the bulky outer ring now spins while the head stays still. Think of a fidget spinner if you're still confused by what I mean. So if you don't have the exact matching key head, then theoretically you won't be able to get it off any other way. With the regular security wheel locks, they can just find something to clamp down on the outer part and just get it off that way. And in this case, if they tried, it would just keep spinning, so they wouldn't be able to loosen the bolt from the thread. In my belief, it's definitely worth paying for the upgrade, but do keep in mind that nothing is perfect. Thieves will always find a way. Moving on to the story halfway across the world regarding customers from Australia and New Zealand. So the long-awaited official pricing has been revealed, and boy is it expensive. Granted, the conversion from American dollars to Australian accounts for a part of the difference, but I'm sure a healthy chunk is because of additional incurred costs due to the right-hand drive production and the shipping for obvious reasons, i.e. geography. It's pretty far. Just so everybody is aware, Z51 and front lift are standard options, and models will begin at 2LT, so essentially you cannot get an American or Canadian base model. Therefore, the base 2LT in Australia will cost $144,990, or if you convert it, it's about $110,000 USD. And in New Zealand, they will go for $154,990 or $109,000 USD. A marginal difference once converted. The difference in price is obviously explained by the fact that the New Zealand dollar has a different valuation from the Australian. So for those of you who are most likely in US or Canada, I think the most fascinating fact is that just the Australian market will get a top-of-the-line Carbon Edition C8, which is said to have hand-picked interior trim package, whatever that means, premium wheels, thank goodness, unique brake calipers, and an exclusive build plate. Very excited to hear more details about this and get a glimpse of what's in store. Before I move on, I found this quite funny though. I went to the GM Special Vehicles site to confirm more details, which is the site that Australians and New Zealanders go to so that they can find out more information. And the images of the Corvette C8 interior still show the left-hand drive vehicle, so GM still hasn't gotten around to updating that, even though we've already seen a few of them in testing. So go to the website and check it out if you don't believe me. Next story. A few weeks back, we revealed that the 3 C8 colors which have been discontinued are being replaced. In that same video, or one after, I stated that the Sebring orange was to be replaced by Amplify orange. And as luck would have it, somebody took the color code for the Amplify orange and gave it to one of their friends with a spray shop. That individual then went on and created a sample, or what they call a spray out card. They also have a Sebring orange color next to it for comparison. Strangely enough, the Sebring orange seems significantly darker and a little bit more red. I think it would make a huge difference if it was out in the sun and a better camera was used with multiple angles as well. So we'll probably just have to wait and see. But it seems that the new orange is a much lighter and less metallic color. I wouldn't go as far to confirm that this is anything near official news, but I think it's something that you should be aware of if you're in the Corvette community. For our second last bit of news, Motortred recently came out with a report stating that the E-Ray would be faster to 60 miles per hour versus the Z06. And to be completely honest, this information doesn't surprise me one bit. Me and my brother have already discussed this exact topic in the past, but it's nice to see confirmation from a fairly reputable source. The car will be all-wheel drive and will technically have 2 motors, so I think it's quite predictable that it will launch fast and hard. However, those of you who intend to purchase the Z06, such as ourselves, here is one word of advice. Don't worry. The Z06 will be faster overall, and in my opinion will sound much better due to its flat plane crank engine derived directly from the C8R. But that's just my opinion. And finally, somebody has recently shared an image and a TikTok of a completely mangled C8 that is located in a Dubai junkyard. It's an Elkhart Lake Blue coupe with red interior and red calipers. I know that there's tons of YouTube channels that fix cars, but I have a feeling that this specific one is significantly beyond repair. I mean, you could probably salvage the brake calipers off of it at most. It's really sad to see it wrecked, but it's a very interesting perspective seeing it in the desert amongst so many other cars in the background. So those are the news stories for today. I hope you have enjoyed this big update. There will be much more to follow in the coming weeks. Before I go, let us know in the comments what you think about the new service bulletin regarding the C8 wheels. I personally don't see it as a huge issue, but I can definitely understand the inconvenience. However, the topic that I'm most curious about is if you, the viewers, would opt for a Z06 if you know that the E-Ray could beat you 0 to 60. Let me know, and definitely don't forget to like and subscribe. As always, thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.